Hello, this is Blind Camel. This is Operation Fall Blau, turn 7.1 Germany. And this is the big one. When Germany hopefully takes out France. So I have to admit, this is my first time attempting this. I'm a little nervous, but should be good. But before we get into that, a little bit of housekeeping. So Starlight Saffron, doing her turn, didn't specify how this French infantry got to Aquitaine, nor how this Lend-Lease RAF fighter got to UK. So I'm pretty positive that the closest sea zone with a major shipyard, which is what you need to get across the Atlantic, is this one. And so let's see, and they have a max range of 4. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like this Italian sub, she could have gone 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can actually hit this fighter. So it's a 2. Yeah, so there's a path that doesn't require, although, well, let's see. Yeah, pretty sure this minor dockyard can accept the Lend-Lease. Some may know better than me about the exact legality of all those things, but surely they'd rather not risk it. But this French infantry, I'm pretty sure there is no other path. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the only path that works is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this Italian sub gets a pot shot at this infantry. So it's a little unfortunate because if this succeeds, the U.S. gets another income roll, but it also makes the German term a lot easier. Oh, yeah, holy crap, that succeeded. So great. So this French infantry actually does not exist in Aquitaine, and the US gets a D6 income increase. So let's roll that now before I forget with the 30 other things that I gotta do this turn. Now, where do they keep the D6s around here? I apologize, I spent so much time worrying whether I would, what other possible options. Okay, so D6. Come on, ooh, 5. That's unfortunate. Okay, so the US goes up. Good, we are on the north side. US goes up from 16 to 21. I gotta write these things down. But the good news is that there's no French infantry in Aquitaine, and that does make Germany's life much easier. So we appreciate that. Now that does mean that I have to look up those rules now. Alright, okay, we'll worry about that in a second. Let's get on to the German turn. I'm going to do the National Spanish turn first, just because otherwise I will forget. Spain's going to do no combat, no non-combat. We're just going to do a recruitment roll. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, oh, good, we did hit recruitment. So go for another inf. Yeah, actually organized the nationalists. So. Alright, the other nice thing about it being turn 7 is that we can go past stage 2 on our tech rolls. So, but I'm gonna on the fly change. So Germany's going to use their tech supremacy for long-range aircraft. We're going to do mech infantry, jets, long-range aircraft, and heavy strategic bombers. That would be our 4. So it says, so we missed heavy strategic bombers thanks to, oh no, we would have hit either way. So we go up to stage 3 on long-range aircraft. That's nice. We missed jet fighters badly, and we missed mechanized infantry. So 1 out of 4. I was having a good tech game, not as much now. But still, long-range aircraft's good tech. Having it on stage 3 is nice. Okay. Don't love advanced mech on stage 1 though, but what can we do? Alright. Okay. So that's tech. We're not at war, so no Diplo. Oh yeah, our buys. Sorry, totally forgot to do this. The Germans have 24 to spend. We're going to spend it all on 8 infantry. Yeah, just it's going to be a lot of losses this turn, and I think I'll be happiest if I replenish my infantry. Alright, so on to our combat move phase. So I'm going to take 2 infantry that were in Western Germany, load them onto this transport. 1, 2. We're going to bring the whole Kriegsmarine. I asked Madman Dan if he wanted to. The Germans are not currently at war. Asked Madman Dan if he wanted to declare war with either the French or British. As I moved the entire German Navy as it exists now into Sea Zone 823, he declined. So everything will continue through. The coastal defense ship gets +1 to movement thanks to the major shipyard. Anyway, so everything will continue through to Sea Zone 822. I'll probably not be there for very long, but anyway. So Germany, with nothing but peaceful intent, moves its 5 ships into Sea Zone 822, and then immediately declares war on France and invades Picardy and Normandy. So, to no one's surprise. Alright, so yeah, so we're just declaring war on France. We're not at this point declaring war on the UK, but the US gets to go 5 more for that. Such is life. Alright. Let's see. We don't have to worry at the moment about. Let's see. I think it does behoove me to designate this as a raider, just to make it harder for the UK to wipe me out. Alright, let's see. How do I designate it as a raider? Ah, there we go. Raiding. So it's not actually going to raid anything this turn, because again, I'm not at war with the UK, but we'll designate it as a raider, make our lives a little easier. Yeah, I guess we'll move these 2 1 over again. Just, I guess that's technically a non-combat move. My apologies, I didn't think through what I would actually do for naval movements besides invading. Okay, so this Luftwaffe air transport is going to pick up this airborne and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can land either 6 in France or 7 in Italy. We're going this way, so we don't activate this fighter. So we'll take Aquitaine, which is a much less risky battle. There's the only fighters in Alsace-Lorraine. There's no fighter with an adjacent airfield. So start with the simple stuff. Where's forget to match? Yeah. So we take 3 basically for free. And now for the exciting stuff. Okay. We take Picardy, Normandy, Aquitaine. I think technically this air transport has to immediately find a safe place to land. We'll go there. Alright, now my strategic bomber has a couple of options, so sorry, I'm trying to find the rule book. Where is the rule book? So this is one of the fun nuances of the rules. So combat movement phase, declarations, land combat, air combat. Alright. Every attack enemy fighter. Yeah, so if there are enemy fighters, they must be removed by a screening force. Let's see, 9.42. So I guess my only question is, can fighters, can I use the strategic bomber's bait to draw away the French fighter? I may or may not want to do that, but just out of curiosity. So, attacking fighter divides its units into a screen force, two force, assist to aircraft, screen force attacks the enemy units. Fighters, if the screen force fails to admit all enemy fighters, they've lost the screen battle. Screen force is force retreat. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I'd have to. So the point is that, yeah, but I guess the other, my real question though is, if, okay, so I guess we'll try 10.3. So what I really want to know is, does the fighters get to fight in the battle as well? No, it's not scrambling. Yeah, so too complicated, not really very clear from the rules. We just won't bother with it. Alright, so I forgot that you need heavy strategic bomber technology to carpet bomb with strategic bombers. But anyway, we're going to attack Alsace-Lorraine with everything that can reach, including this German airborne. So it's going to be the 18th Air Division, the entire 91st Armored Division, this cavalry, 6 infantry in a mountain. Yeah, it's going to be fun to clean up. Anyway, this airborne is also going to just attack over the line. Yeah, I mean, I technically could use the strategic bomber to have him. Yeah, no, we won't bother with that. The airborne will just, because he doesn't get any sort of boost or anything. So there, he just. All right, great. So I have an airborne and an extra roll of 2. Yeah, so there's no. no terrain on the French side of the border. So this is just a straight attack, except, of course, that the Maginot Line. So Maginot Line adds +3 to all infantry class units on the French side, and it also gives 2 first strikes at 6, and then it also no, don't worry about that. Sorry, yes. So the Maginot Line offers. Yeah, so it's +3 to all infantry class units. It's 2 first strike rolls at 6, and it's also double casualties. But what I don't remember is if it's double casualties for all units or just infantry class units, and of course the target select. Or sorry, not target select, the first strike. No. Profits, no. Apologize. I did look this up ahead of time, but I want to be absolutely sure what I'm doing. So I think it's not in combat, but it's here. Okay. Measurement line. Okay. Defends first round of combat at 6 with 2 first strikes. That's +3 to all infantry class units. All attacking land units suffer double casualties on all combat rounds. Okay. So it's based off of my attacking land units. Alright. Well, this is going to be a slaughter. The question is who will slaughter who fastest, basically. So, oh, sorry. Okay. So Germany is attacking with a medium bomber, 2 tack bombers, 4 medium armor. I thought I'd have to send a fighter to Aquitaine. Thankfully we hit our sub-hit, so we didn't have to. So 2 fighters, a cavalry, 4 mechanized infantry, 8 light armor, 5 infantry. 5 infantry boosted at 3 thanks to 4 self-propelled and 2 regular artillery, and the mountain boosted to 3 for the same reason, and then 1 other infantry and an airborne. And we're attacking. The French consist of an AA gun, an artillery, a fighter, 2 motorized or vehicle class, so they're not boosted by the Maginot Line, 5 militia, and 6 infantry. So I'm going to start with our first strikes. The Germans start with 6 first strike artillery, rolling at 3s. This could really save me a lot of casualties later on. But it's just going to be 1 hit. Which presumably will be this artillery, since it gets to fire back. Alright, so the French get to respond back with their 3, so the blue are at 2, the black is at 3. Alright, 2 hits. Not ideal, but that's alright. Okay, so We'll get double casualties on all our land units, so that's 2. Yeah, 3, 4. Okay, now we do air superiority, which I believe is just fighters. So this one fighter at a 4, and my other fighter at a 4. Sorry, my 2 fighters at 4. So my 2 fighters at 4, both miss. I'll move these away so we don't accidentally roll them. We can just get rid of these. We can get rid of 2 of these. Just too bad. Alright, and then the 3 AA guns. 3. So that's 1 hit. I believe I can take this on my fighter, which I already fired. So let's do that. Alright. So that could be worse. And a gun can be a casualty, but it can't fire again. These are all gone. Alright. So we will roll our 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we already rolled those. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Just here. So our 17 at 3. Come on, big rolls, big rolls. Well, I guess low rolls, but large amounts of hits. Let's see. So 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. I think that's 3 hits. Well, a gun would be the first, and then presumably the motorized infantry. Alright. And then we already hit with our fighters, so our 4 at 6. Come on, 2 more hits at least. Exactly 2 more hits. So presumably it's the fighter and 2 infantry. Sorry, 2 militia. And yeah, no, we didn't roll as well as I'd hoped we would, but such is life. Alright. So the blue are the tanks because they get target select, and the red is the medium bomber. So 3 at 7. Come on, 3 hits. So 2 hits and 1 target select. So obviously we'll take an infantry, and then they'll take another militia. Alright. So they get to fire back. Oh yeah, no, not that. Shouldn't have done that. That's okay. Alright, they get to fire back with 2 at 4 for double casualties. 1 hit, which is actually 2 hits. So we'll take another inf, and we'll take the cav. And then we have 5 at 5 for the militia. Come on, bad rolls, bad rolls. 1 hit, which is of course 2 hits, but that's actually not bad. Alright, I think we'll start taking light armor. So we'll take 2 light armor. Alright, now this is probably where it's going to hurt. So we have 6 at 7 for the French infantry. Yeah, this is where it's going to hurt. That's okay. I knew I'd take some bad losses. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. So 8. So I'll take these 6 light infantry and no, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So 6 light armor and 2 infantry. So I thought, so by simple mathematics, I should have lost either 16 or 18, because you can't hit 17 if everything's doubled on the first round of combat. Oh, no, it actually ends up being 17. Yeah, let's see. So I lost, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I lost exactly 17 units, which is mathematically fair. Unfortunately, I inflicted, I think I was supposed to hit 12 casualties, and I don't think I did quite that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, so they inflicted exactly mathematically right on me, but I didn't quite do well on them. All right. Well, what can you do? Okay. So now our second round of combat. So we're just going to clear all that. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we do actually need 2 more. Okay. Oh no, it's actually 11, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. 11 at 3. Come on. Lots of hits. Oh, this actually is a surprising number of hits. Great. Let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amazing. So that's 2 militia and 3 French infantry. So that's good. And then we do, we are 1 at 4. That misses. And our 4 at 6. Come on, 2 hits. That's a 6. Yeah, that's a hit. So great. And just in case I miscounted something, we have our 3 at 7. Again, our red is the only one without target select. Okay, so 1 more hit. So super death. Great. All right, so I think we can roll all these at once. So it's 1, 2 at 5 and 5 at 7. And all these are double casualties. So let's see what we get. 9, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, so that's 5, 6 hits. So 12 casualties. That's brutal, but it's okay. Actually, sorry. So it's 6 hits and it's double casualties on land units. So we'll do a fighter, and then it'll only be 10. Yeah. So fighter, mountain, regular artillery. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we'll do our supplemental artillery. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, those are attack bombers, right? Do I want to lose attack bomber? I don't think so. Yeah, that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, well, I knew it would be a slugfest. and it was. But the important thing is we took the territory, we captured France. All is death. Okay, so I'm going to do some statistics later, I hope. But in the meantime, we'll go up and we can basically just clear all this. So this airborne's dead, this info's dead, basically everything's dead. The line is dead. Alright, so after all that, so all this French stuff in Paris is gone. Okay, so France surrenders. Okay, so yeah, and I'll fill in what's where later. Okay, so France surrenders. Yeah, no. France surrenders. I don't know if I can get this manually. So France has 10 French IPP. So I know that's cleared out. So I'm gonna create Vichy, and then we'll so okay. Let's see how we did. France goes to 0. Free France goes to 4. Vichy's under. Okay. So not ideal, but that's okay. Alright. So we created Vichy. Let's see, what else did that do? Did it clear the French bank? No. Okay. So France goes to 0. Germany gets 10. And then I'm going to have to look it up in the rulebook because I didn't prep for that. I couldn't think beyond, will I win this battle or not? Alright, so okay, and I assume it doesn't do the ships at all. No, it doesn't. Okay, so that's annoying. Alright, so Free France. Okay, so Morocco. I'm going to move this. I assume this is in Gibraltar. Hopefully Madman Dan doesn't mind if I put this into East Andalusia. Get it out of rightful Vichy clay. So these two Italian infantry have to go back to the nearest Axis territory. They have a lot of options, but we will bring them back to northern Italy. Oh, that was exciting. All right, so northern Italy. All right, so Tunisia stays Italian. Syria? Alright, I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I'll have to rule lawyer this question. I don't understand how Tunisia would. I guess because it's free French. Anyway, we'll see. So I don't know whether this entity is eliminated, whether it goes back to the transport. If it gets, I don't think it gets to stay because technically Axis units can't be in Vichy territories. But anyway, I'll have to rules lawyer somebody. Let's see how these ended up. Oh, that's too bad for my ally, for Japan. It's went free French, brutal. Okay, oh yeah, there's all the French submarines. Okay, so I totally forget how we roll for ships, but thankfully there is a nice book full of rules that tells me exactly how to roll for each and every one of these French ships. Actually, what am I doing? Yeah, recently. Ah, amazing. That was a wild guess. It would be on page 33. Okay. So, Vichy creation. All right, French Navy. For each French naval unit in port in French home country or enemy captured French land zones, roll a d12. I'm almost positive that. Oh yeah. And before I forget, so Vichy get 3 info, 1 artillery, and a fighter in southern France. No, I'm on the wrong side of the board. Alright. So, Vichy, imp, 3 imp, and artillery, and the fighter. Alright. These all end up in Vichy, France. That part's good. Republican recruitment, nationalist recruitment, a little bit. Alright. So, I'm almost positive that Madman Dan was too smart to put anything in port. Yep, he was. And this medium bomber, I believe, goes free French because it can land in a free French and/or anyway. Basically, it can land in an allied zone. But I'll let Madman Dan take care of that particular thing. Okay, so no French ships in port. So we'll go for the next step, which is French vessels on the board. Okay, sorry, home country. Okay. Right. So roll a d12. And you'd think I'd have a d12 prepared, but you would be wrong. All right, let's see here. X. Okay. So we'll start with these 4 French submarines. They're all regular subs, so we can just roll 4 dice straight. Not worry about it. Alright, oh boy, rough luck. Okay, so I believe these 2 become free French then. And then these 2, one becomes Vichy, one becomes Allied, but let's check this out. Alright. So yeah, 1 to 3 joins the Allies, 4 to 7 scuttled, and 8 to 10 Vichy, C's on M1, and 11 to 12 Axis. Okay, so the Allies, yeah, so they're just Free French. So let's see, so we have, yeah, so 2 are Free French, 1 is scuttled, and 1 becomes Japanese. And are the Japanese allowed to take it, move it wherever they want? Okay, yeah, so my teammate Japan, Jason Yardley, can, Yardog, that's right. So Yardog ends up with French sub. Sorry, French. Well, yes, French. One French sub becomes Japanese and can either stay in C zone P50 or move anywhere he desires. So we'll leave it there. One French sub is scuttled, and these two become allied. So let me go get 2 free French subs. And if it goes free French, yeah. Oh, that's right. We also get to do the build queue. I forgot about that. All right. So, yeah, so there's 2 free French submarines in P50. So that's going to be kind of a thorn in the side of the Japanese, I would suspect. All right. So that's that. I don't think there are any other French naval units in the Pacific. No. This is the Indian Ocean. So yeah, so this transport is at risk of becoming Japanese rather than German, which, and would be great for the Japanese. Germans would also like a transport, but that's okay. All right. So let's see what happens to this one. 5 scuttled. Right. Scuttled. Nothing here. Madagascar became Vichy. Interesting. It looks like Central Africa became Free French. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to figure that out. All right. Yeah, no other French naval units here. None here. None here. All right. I don't think there's any. Let's see where. Yeah, these are only Commonwealth. All right. So, color. All right. So we will do not this. So black is destroyer, red is transport, and orange is the real prize, the battleship. All right. So I believe that's scuttled German Vichy, but let me double check this. So 4, 12, 8. Yeah, so 12, yeah. And I'm definitely going to bring that back to port, otherwise it's going to get blown to smithereens. Yeah, so, yep, scuttled, and then 8 is Vichy. All right. Oh, no, I'm not. Sorry, it's not a battleship. It's a well, Vichy battle. Vichy. Okay. So this battleship becomes Vichy. We'll replace all of them at the end. The destroyer gets scuttled, and the transport goes German. And we will definitely move that up to season 11, because otherwise that's getting demolished. Alright, so that's that. A few other things around here. Alright, so we'll put this destroyer. Oof, bad luck. So that becomes Free French. Free French battleship. This is what I want. We'll roll for this light cruiser. 9, so I believe that's Vichy. I think 11 and 12 is the only time that it becomes German. And then we have a TBD on 12. 8, so that becomes Vichy. So Vichy actually has a pretty decent fleet, although they have no transports. Okay. We're going to pull that off export duty. Pull that off export duty. Export duty. Alright, this French destroyer. On 12. 2. So that goes Free French. Annoying. That's okay. Alright. Yeah, I think that's the right move, but yikes. Alright. Any other... I don't think there's any other French ships hiding anywhere. Looks like no. If we do see any, like I said, I'm pretty sure this medium bomber becomes Free French. Yeah. Alright, so now it's just French ships on the build queue, and these have different numbers. I will double check the numbers again. Build queue, yeah. So they never go allied. Oh, but they were placed on the build queue. Good to know. Okay. So let's see which ones we get to steal. Yeah, it's only a couple. Alright. No, I didn't actually bring the dice, so let's take those bad boys. Alright, so we get rid of the 2 reds. So the black will be the battleship, and the orange will be the heavy cruiser. Alright, and I think this battleship scuttled, and this becomes Vichy, but let me double check. I think it's the cutoffs are 7, and yeah, 1 to 7 is scuttled, and 8 to 10 is Vichy. Okay, so this French battleship won't get to see the light of day this game, and this heavy cruiser gets replaced on the build queue on tier 2 with its species equivalent. All right. So I think that's everything. I don't believe the Russians get an income increase or anything. All right, so yeah, so on, I believe, to non-combat movement. Hopefully I can put this transport in port, which I would definitely wish to do. Otherwise it's going to get pew pew, pow pow pow, pop pop. Let's see. This is going to get annoying quickly. That's okay. Before we do that, I am going to annex Central Romania. Romania. I know that does give the Russians an income increase. Mafuli, I'm going to let you handle that one. I think it's a D12. So, on combat move, I am allowed to non-combat things into Paris this turn. Sorry, before I forget again, doesn't need to be this big. It's just the Germans didn't. I mean, we got one ship out of the entire French surrender, so it's not like we're quite raking in the. It's not like we have a massive Kriegsmarine now. But anyway, so this transport is in port. I believe I can place it directly into port. Okay. Let me see. So yeah, anyway, sorry. So I can non-combat any units that I want into Paris. I'm going to do that with all. Yeah, including units that attack this turn. Yes, yeah, so I'm going to do that with all the German units in France. I think that's wise. Non-combat moves. I'm going to rail 2 German infantry from West Germany to Slovakia. Already moved the coastal. Oh, maybe coastals can only go. I think they can go 2. 1, 2. I'm pretty sure they can go 2. Well, if they can't, I guess we'll find out. Anyway, we'll do it like that. Then I can move any of this. Annex Central Romania. I'll replace all of these in post. Yeah, okay, yeah, and then most of what's left of the 18th Air Force will go into Berlin. I think I'm going to send 1 fighter to Paris. We'll see. I don't think I can move all these into port, but if I can, I suppose I'd better. let's do that. So the whole basically the whole Kriegsmarine in season A22 will go into port. I think I technically declare that in the combat move phase. Hopefully my teammates or my fellow players aren't too worried about it. And I'll be in port in the major shipyard in A22 in Normandy. Oh, I totally forgot to roll for this French destroyer. We'll use this. Alright, come on, add it to the German Navy. Come on. And it's scuttled. So much for that. A lot of good French ships at the bottom of the sea right now. Not that I'm mad. Alright, so get the ships there. Oh, yeah. You know, I hadn't considered that. Yeah, I guess we'll leave the transport in port and we'll... Sorry, it just now occurred to me that if the British take the territory, they can eliminate the entire German Navy for free. Might as well at least have a chance of shooting back. But yeah, the transport. Yeah, let's do it like that. See how it goes. Yeah, that'll be good. Put the rest of the Maginot Line. Alright. I don't think I have anything else to anything. So, yeah, so there's still this question of, does this Italian infantry retreat onto the transport? Is it destroyed? What happens? So we'll rules lawyer that later. I think that's everything. I might have to send out a corrections video. Most people usually do their first time. But until then, oh yeah, placing units and everything. All right, great. So Germans have 8 infantry, which I'm even more glad that I bought now because, as suspected, our army was quite decimated. So, let's see here. We'll put 5 into East Germany, 1 into Bohemia, and 3 into Berlin. Yeah, I think I like all of that. I'll see in post to my teammates what's left of the 91st Army in Paris. But yeah, I think that is. Oh, then Germany. So Germany collects 36. I will let the Vichy keep their 2 this round. So Germany will have 46 starting next round. All right. This is Blind Camel signing.